I think something that's really unique about running Teo on this map, dealing with Raze specifically, is that little stealth bot that's able to negate the Raze ultimate entirely. So, I mean, I think that's something to really look out for, like those micro plays of like shutting down the duelist with that.
We're going to be kicking things off on Bind. G2 even have ideas to maybe get a little aggressive outside of Hookah, while MIBR setting up over A with a very aggressive wall, cutting down straight to the middle of the site. It's a quick teleport forward. SRN to find the first kill, and the site belongs to MIBR.
Yeah, EMEA completely caught off guard there, and now this is troubling for G2. Their round rests on a triple flank, but it is being policed by Lisa.
Lisa here. Oh, nice shot! She's insane! Petra just ignores her completely, doesn't want anything to do with her, while G2 get completely eviscerated by her.
Petra thinking if you don't look at Lisa, she's not a problem. Not quite true. Cuts down that entire flank, and this pistol round is cooked. Maybe we'll try and isolate a kill and get to one.
It's a nice little play down short A to begin with. A very shallow teleport, not something you see all the time.
But it was awkward. I'm not entirely sure how EMEA got caught off the way that she did. It was not a crazy timing for the Raze to be up on, but it looked like she just wasn't ready. So EMEA gets traded out. It is MIBR to close out this pistol.
The match against Shopify Rebellion. Now Petra eyeing up B long. An orb in her face, so decides to fall back into the site.
And well, drone number one was sent towards A short, so there'll be a pretty quick rotate from this Teo. Ooh, that nade goes a bit wonky.
MIBR just in front of all the utility. Vanya in the middle of the site will end up falling. Petra deserted back into elbow, but at the same time there's a teleport from A. EMEA here, but being guarded by Lisa on the other side. Good awareness from EMEA, now creates some pressure on this flank.
But into the site, MIBR is playing close towards this choke point. It's still very hard for G2 to get out, even with EMEA's flank.
How much can these players out of elbow do for G2? A snake bite for backside, forcing players out from two. Melissa gets the first, and now Petra and Akita getting into the site for one-on-one. Akita will take it, just barely here to shut down MIBR's bonus. With
the judge.
With the judge in Hookah. And now with the lurk pressure going down, this is going to encourage MIBR to move in. No scouting. So it's just a contact step forward. That judge gets the one. Before leaning onto the A side from G2, MIBR should be able to plant.
One nice thing about this comp, they used the drone for that clear onto Lisa. Now they have another for this retake as well.
Smoke's already in, but Bastarda posted on elbow. She can play spoiler now with a very quick wraparound onto site. The rest of MIBR playing off site. They've got a Brimstone ult to stall. The first kill goes Bastarda's way. Now actually, oh, it's a Seize combo! It's beautiful! Sayuri for two! Off of Melissa's utility. Has been so locked in this tournament. Now Petra, two players in front of her, one from behind. MIBR take their third.
That is such a stunning utility combo from MIBR.
Well, G2 on pistols. We're playing 3 in spawn at the start of the round. React to this early attention. Akita with the sheriff, look at that. A couple of kills already, but again, nice utility, makes things a little bit messy. It is a one-on-one.
I would say a lot of bit messy. Sayuri in a 1v1 now, but healthy and a rotation already into this B site.
Sayuri already playing a phenomenal game. 9-2 on the Brimstone. And Petra sends out the Seekers, giving kind of bad information. The Seekers looking like they want to go back towards defense spawn. Sayuri playing on the site anyways.
It should show that she's on site, but how specific is the information?
It runs
Sayuri,
out.
no.
And now this position up on top. Sayuri for 3. No problems there, even though G2 make it close. Could catch MIBR before they start this exec. MIBR are very patient though. Oh no, Sayuri with gun in hand. And now Petra gets another one. Melissa has to fire back on the other side and will succeed. It's a 2-on-2. Still pressure coming in, and it forces out a nightfall from Melissa.
But it doesn't connect onto anyone, and G2 will walk together back through spawn.
Mimi holding her utility for now. Missile out, pushes Bastarda up into Lamp. Bastarda is there, survives on 5 HP, will end up falling. We got another one-on-one. EMEA and Melissa, a pit to bleed out of lamps. And a seize onto EMEA, takes her low, pulls her away from the spike. More utility from Melissa. Melissa, where do you take this? EMEA will shut her out.
A huge clutch for Amy. Each single-handedly win a retake. So
kind of
I'd
insane.
expect them to continue that setup for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, the abilities, we didn't really talk about the Teo ult comboing with the Waylay ult, but very nice to layer on top of one another. Especially down B long if MIBR choose to play off the site.
The thing is, no matter what guns your opponent has and what ults you have, it's still scary to retake 5-on-5 into B.
MIBR getting proactive, playing into elbow, while G2 send 2 on the flank. Amy is here. Steps backward, tries to stall out and buy more time for that flank to activate. G2 don't have unlimited time, and probably have to send the ultimates. That pressure has actually pulled out too. And a counter showstopper with SRN leaving it on site, that's 2! And now the Sheriff out of hookah. This could be a perfect round for MIBR. Mimi takes down a couple, but she's already so low. A thrifty win for MIBR.
That is the worst thing that could have happened to G2.
Onto a broken bye. I feel like they've never been comfortable this entire half.
No, the money's always been bad in some way, shape, or form.
Now just getting bullied on orb control.
Petra goes for a walk, that's getting held, and she'll get shooed back away.
Maybe actually with a quick turnaround, but it's a boombot kill to trade her out. A little bit silly there as that seize is again perfect. Keep your eyes on Melissa's utility. I have been relentlessly impressed by her Fade performances so far this tournament.
I think she's the most underrated player on this team, on either of our Brazilian teams, I think. You have so many names you talk about here. Generally, she's the last one to be mentioned, but you're right, not just this map with those 2 C's combos, but the timing she chooses to use that utility. Despite Big Nurse coming into her role, she has been a monster this tournament.
Okay.
Vanya has been excellent as well.
No one ever said Vanya wasn't a shooter, okay? Now, unfortunately, when Molly's enter the equation, there's 3 or 4 players on the other side, it becomes a little less likely.
Yeah, you can't really shoot through that scenario.
I also just think MIBR have been doing a great job of dominating orb control. Even here, the snakebite lineup.
Okay.
G2 dive on down, lay short. 2 more players behind this one. Mimi in the lead, and that's a nice shot out of her. The follow-up from Vanya is true. With a teleport out from Petra as well. It is just perfection, this crunch play. So often you'll see that play out of showers with the teleport.
Yeah.
Instead, though, G2 draw it up to just go straight down A short.
That is really nice from them. G2, they've conditioned these very slow rounds where if they're going aggressive, it's re-walking in the mid-round. So they lose a big round, they get guns back online, and this is similar to the eco round that they won earlier. I think that their read is when MIBR have ultimates, they want to be fighting up. They don't want to take that risk of sitting back and getting executed onto.
I do like the approach from G2. Unfortunately for them this time around, playing very heavy onto V, and MIBR with the Your ult this time, not wasting a moment.
That's the trade-off of playing 4-1 every round. Sometimes you just get exec'd.
I was worried with the iPad out for Vanya, but this triple flank now being held. Lisa, get a little cinematic with it. 1-on-1, now that teleport broken.
These last 2 players are noted. So what does MIBR choose to do? They're still hunkered close on the site. They started with flashes to threaten towards short.
Melissa, too, has stepped out of showers. Can go on a flank. SRN with a pretty angle here. Discourages G2 from coming out from pipes. Now up onto short. 2 players right on the other side in the smoke. Sky open, and now Melissa stabbing G2 in the back. It's a little bit messy. It's a little all over the place, but Melissa has always been here. Still with the seize in hand. Protects her front, but she's eaten way too much up the clock for Petra to have any chance in the round. It's another for MIBR.
G2, they're going to go back to the aggression. These have been the only rounds that have been working thus far.
Oh, this could get ugly. Missiles immediately with a double dive to the left. Lisa tagged up, and the hindrance gives a key to the protection to get the kill and get on out.
You're G2, you are happy. You've killed Bastarda. You've stunted any aggression. Reset. They're playing more passive defense now.
MIBR wanted to step forward, but the smoke.
Look at this rewalk. 2 players coming out of showers. Lisa
holding for that one. Akita still coming back, even with the stinger in hand. And as SRN comes into the site, showers will be the problem MIBR have to solve. It could even be just going into backside. It's a kill from Vanya. It's a couple more through the smoke.
Down A.
And the fire on the floor. Lisa with a spam shot through the wall. But look where that spike is hanging out.
But what a difficult crossfire to break for Lisa. She does have her wall, so can cycle that up and down, try and walk her way out. But no matter how she slices it, at some point, she'll have to face a 2-on-1.
They're kind of on top of each other. Lisa, are you ready?
30 seconds left.
Are you ready, Lisa? No. Akita not going to leave a chance.
So now, looking towards the end of this half, again, conversation goes to the ult, as MIBR will look to exec fast towards B.
Mimi quick to rotate over. 3 players here, and SRN way on through. Opens up everything. Now G2 trying to fight back into the site. Amy on the flank. And Mimi as well. Yet to be dealt with. Regroups with her teammate.
It's still tough. Akita has an outlaw. All of these players have full shield.
Okay, Akita right out into the open. Putting Mimi in a 1-on-3, but they're never going to be ready for her in showers. Mimi, 2 kills waiting for her! And now the 1-on-1. Out to the side, Lisa will take the round.
Lisa's been so thorough this game. The one to ensure it doesn't slip away yet again. So what started as a rough half for G2, they found some solutions. The fast plays, the aggression, it was working, but it was never consistent. And MIBR up 8-4, and this half happy. I don't think they'll have a choice on the speed. That Molly should full cancel this hit.
Although Akita can always go up and over it with some missiles. Akita will go ahead for the slide down in the smoke though. Lisa and Sayuri set up this crossfire. Now 2 teleports into showers. Amy in the corner. Brings into a 3-on-3. And she gets out of it. Not for long with Bastarda following on through.
But these players are separated. Mimi has the TP and Akita is stuck backside.
The minimap is absolutely insane. With Akita between 3 players now.
But MIBR know they're holding, they're waiting. Does Bastarda realize? No.
Unprepared, not at all. A 1-on-2 for Mimi. It's gonna be the best shot she'll have. Melissa was taken low. And if Mimi needs, she has a missile, the stun. But first she needs a shot.
I'll find you.
Now some reveal. Mimi still wants this line. Stepping forward. Now the missile's under pressure as 2 players come her way. Nice shot! And Mimi still holding down the fort. Sayuri around the corner. We'll take another pistol.
Sayuri has closed out so many of these rounds for MIBR.
After been a little bit more of a struggle. Now MIBR step 2 players up A short. Of course, Bastarda away and SRN's making noise. Bastarda, first shot goes wide, wants to challenge again, but there Akita is. Stepping up for the first time in this second half. Things still awkward outside of market. Vanya holding for this. Sayuri will drop. Still, G2 didn't choose to take a site, instead sort of coming back, seeing if the aggression was still going to be there.
But with that dog, they're now going to realize that this is a light site. They can get in. The worry is SRN.
SRN. Petra waiting for her. Now with MIBR divided on opposite sides of the map.
But what they're gaining with this double drone composition, because it is very interesting.
The Sky and the Tejo?
Yeah. No one really plays that kind of double initiator, especially not now after all the initiator nerfs. But I think what the greatest strengths of it is on... Okay, Melissa, get your...
Drop a little highlight for us.
Yeah. Get your ultimate, maybe? If she can die? Yeah, she'll do that. But what this is going to give G2 is kind of 2 things. One, on your executes. You can be pathing a drone one side and the other at the same time and have, like, crazy info.
The Tejo drone goes all the way down A short, sees nothing.
And that's pulled a rotate from Lisa.
And Mimi is suspicious. Very aware that the showers walk could be coming. SRN will shy away from the fight. Bastarda now with the operator in hand.
There is a drone for her, though.
Here comes that dog, tries to swing in front of it. Good patience out of G2. And Bastarda will be forced to teleport back into the site. Sees Akita on the cross. Akita saw her as well. And now the utility coming down. She's trying to run away, but the Molly's on the floor. Chew her up. MIBR, I think they're calling to save.
It's done. That's a great example of how the drones come into play. G2 start towards A showers. MIBR re-clears that space. But as G2's rotating, they send the Tejo drone into A. That pulls Lisa off B and opens up this free site to execute. with the waylay.
And then the layers on top of that is our util combos, because
So nice.
I think a lot of the time G2 are going to throw either a Viper Molly or Brimstone Molly on the CT flood into backside of B. That wasn't even necessarily intended to combo on the retreating player. That's just part of their default exec onto B. The fact that Akita just lights up the floor and makes it impossible. Choosing to come back into long. This is where MIBR want to take the fight. Breaking the drone, only showing a pistol here.
Could be a season aid.
Here we go. It's going to be a high flash off of the Haunt. And SRN gets that first kill. Now with the re-swing, Petra is there. Holding the line, trying to stop this gun from being retrieved.
Yeah, that hero gun. I don't think the starter has any way to get that forced away by the drones. They love these slow rounds, these very last second rotations.
It makes me nervous because yesterday there were a lot of rounds that were probably, and wait a second, they're teleporting, which is now causing all of MIBR to start rotating. It feels like the teleport was maybe even a little bit
MIBR
pre-fired.
second guesses it. There's only 2 players on A. Neither can stop the spike.
But there's mollies ready to go down onto the spike. Now, yes, Mimi is in the site. I think they should be able to plant, but Amy is taking some damage. Sayuri's already into the back of sight. Now a Nightfall means MIBR will activate quickly. Mimi on bench. Breaks the Haunt, and the swing comes through at the same time. MIBR, tactical on the approach back in. G2 drop an early molly. Leave Amy in lamps. And our position has been known. Vanya on the other side as the spike is tapped. The swings come in. MIBR holding for it. And Vanya has to have the 1v3. She started off, and she finishes it.
Just unreal from Vanya. She has been G2's best player this tournament. Beasting on the Brimstone yet again with a truly unreal Red Bull clutch.
To get that when it comes so down on the clock is crazy.
And for G2, these are the rounds that they were getting away with against Liquid on their split overtime. Calling last second pivots without a embed. To push her off.
I don't think that's a difficult ask, right?
No.
That's a pretty normal thing that MIBR just weren't giving her support the last round she had the op and wasn't able to play the round because of it.
She should have it this time. Or she might just try and get ahead of it. Walks
Okay.
close on short.
Well, there's an instant dog and an instant TP up into heaven.
Fortunately, no one broke it for her again, so just tucks back.
Oh, here we go. G2. Ultimate backside. Akita trying to dive on top. Any player trying to escape out of that one. And now, up on top. Slide on back, shot goes wide. Ultimates in backside. G2 are just blowing up the floor.
But MIBR got out with 5, and now a Yoru ult to fight back in.
MIBR gonna be quick on the reapproach. Already out. Mimi keeping these players at bay. Some missiles to help guide as Bastarda seeks an opening. Has come all the way around on the flank, and now the rest of MIBR show up. Vanya again! It's a monster!
Remaining.
And Bastarda into a 1-on-3. Only sees fire and despair. Vanya back to back.
8 kills in the last 2 rounds from the Turkish controller. It's gotta feel so good for her. Last year it was her debut with G2. Memories of losing to them in the lower finals. Now here, basically single-handedly winning back-to-back rounds.
Currently being held by Sayuri. And Seekers out of Puka, ready for G2 to pile up into the site. That lurk now dealt with, but Bastarda again fails to find impact.
So it's a straight-up 4-on-4 retake, but Amy has the pick.
Ooh, that's nasty. MIBR not gonna have an easy time cutting back through that one, just facing up into it. And Amy is just gonna mow them all down. What is going on in this second half?
It's a complete reversal, really. Melissa will run for the hills. Get something done in the corner.
And if they realize it's a lot of players, SRN does have a showstopper. If they commit all the way up, nice shot from Bastarda. Showstopper could come online, but she doesn't get it off. Pulls the trigger too late. And Akita can just slide up into the site.
And now a post plant for G2 in a round that was quite literally half a second from disaster.
Okay. Mimi.
We might still be half a second from disaster. 3-on-3. Melissa has a gun.
Oh, but remember what Amy did here last time. That was 3 kills in that position. Granted, there was a pit.
The hunt didn't show.
Oh dear, only 1 though. And Akita and Petra pushed away from the spike. Ultimate out. Only tags the player backside. Now Akita dancing around the side of the smoke. Shorty comes in. It's 3 on the round from her.
Last player standing.
And now Lisa, with so little time on the clock, needs to get on this spike. Needs to get it to half. Needs to get this kill. Petra will take another and take the lead for the first time for G2.
SRN boosted top box. MIBR just hard anchoring this round.
Sayuri goes unnoticed. There's a player right on top of her and Amy's looking down inside of the smoke. Now backside, absolutely bombarded by utility. Mimi finds the spam shot. Can Bastarda do something from showers? Can SRN do something in lamps? They can!
Spike down A.
That spike is down on the ground. Vanya gets 2 herself. And Bastarda teleported all the way back to B.
So they won't know exactly where she is. But still a 1v3. G2 watching every angle. And Amy so thorough. G2.
G2 a bit reserved, but anticipating the heavy fight out of showers. Already sneaking some players into short. Flash pings from Petra.
Petra's just pressuring them, waiting for this round.
Akita's diving into the site. At the same time, MIBR under fire. Backs against the wall, but not out yet.
They have this spike.
Yeah, Akita had the spike the whole time. It was a huge mistake from G2. But they put down the smoke themselves. Now an orb.
Amy should be able to get this.
Yeah.
She will.
Now, though, with that time gained, Lisa
She's
stepping
got a
forward.
one-on-one.
And MIBR have ultimates. Dimensional drift from Bastarda to scout out the site. G2 haven't planted yet. And Lisa is shot out by Vanya again. The dimensional drift means nothing. G2 keep winning their fights. They can teleport over to B. Mimi is in their spawn. G2
left.
running circles on MIBR.
Bastarda tried to hop out of the ult and shorty someone. She gets punished. And now G2, they might just flawlessly close this run out.
Spike.
The ultimate is ready.
But it's not so simple. Vanya on 20 HP, Amy on 39. Sayuri and SRN, the best players for MIBR in this opening match. But Amy has caught a timing.
Go ahead. Stand.
Amy, Sayuri gets the first kill, that's major. But Amy is still unchecked. Amy inside of this smoke and popping out. Wait a second, SRN has the read after clearing down long. Sayuri gets another kill. Sayuri finds 4! But is there time? It's down to the wire, and with 1 second left, MIBR stay alive.
Where did Sayuri pull that out of? I need to see those kills again.
With a Guardian, no less.
The IGL.
Be right back.
And this is how it started. Akita dives in for the opener. Sure, she gives up the spike, but G2 turn it around. Get this kill on the lurker. You thought it was going to be another masterclass from Vanya. Bastarda makes a big mistake, but it's the IGL. That shot.
She's the player to take the first fight.
30 seconds
No
left.
Molly to stall out this plant. And no one even really guarding her.
Akita wants to fight out again.
Oh, it's a heavy dive on up, but Sayuri will get a kill anyways. 20 seconds left, the Nightfall comes out. Melissa is here. We're down to the wire.
They're
It's teleports
pivoting.
onto the B side, but there's still 2 players here. Look at the site, look at Bastarda. Bastarda down in hell, gets 2. She's tearing their heads off. MIBR want this map.
That is redemption for Bastarda. She had a diabolical half. 3 rounds with the operator where she gets nothing. The round where she had the Yoru ult, jumping out, nearly losing MIBR this game. But when it mattered the absolute most, she gets her 3.
Amy and Akita You see Mimi back in spawn, ready to very quickly rotate either side of the map. Bastarda, the brilliant first shot. And now it will just be Amy and Nikita in backside, taking control over lamps. Still slow from MIBR to get into the site. It's going to be messy with Nikita fighting forward. Shoulder reveal, good utility. MIBR bring the fight to G2, straight into lamps. And this is a disaster for Vanya and Petra. After playing a perfect second half, to lose a couple of rounds into an OT and now find themselves in a 2-on-5.
How do you even start to solve this one? There's mollies coming in from Sayuri.
Flash through, the wall comes down. Vanya doesn't stand a chance. A flawless start to overtime. Bait out the utility, now ready to pop back through. So much pressure on Nikita to find the first kill here, but it's Petra to do it instead. Melissa in the back of sight, dodged away from the flash. The utility is there, but still two players in backside. G2 choose not to plant the spike just yet. Instead, taking their time.
There's a flank working, but still a standoff on the site itself.
These smokes are going to come down soon, and G2 are not comfortable by any means. Melissa, it's a double swing, SRN!
Spike down A.
Tears open this round, the flank will come on in, and it's Petra in a one-on-one. Is she just going back into spawn? Can she even do this? Oh no! SRN straight through the box goes ballistic! Oh my word, that is a statement from MIBR.
Of course, moving away from that, having that double duelist, and maybe Amy that now is going to be in the chamber, being more in the position of playing the Sage and controlling one side of the map, just leaving it all that space. I wonder how that matches up and how MIBR is going to be playing without Viper now.
MIBR, they are full contacting this, but that gives time for this chamber to walk fully into their flank.
Oh, steps into the trip, and now MIBR send two players to deal with the flanker as they go into the site, and G2 instantly activate. Nikita hasn't really found anything, but the rest of her team has. G2 getting wild onto the site. And just like that, the round is over. G2 can win a pistol in that mid space.
MIBR found the right gap in this one. Working into market.
Oh, there could be a brutal timing caught right here. This fight into market. I believe Vanya figured it out and is now swinging on the other side of this wall. Posts up right on top of screen. SRN will secure the shot. Now comes straight into the site. Mimi has nowhere really to go, but SRN is stunning herself. Slows down this take of the site, means Mimi has a chance here. With the pistol in hand, MIBR have nice spacing. Very few opportunities to G2.
And now G2 have to retake with an operator.
Well, we'll see. Might just be playing for the pick and waiting to get numbers before committing on in. Good swing from Petra. And the trade from Melissa too.
You see how conflicted Amy is. Wants to get involved somehow, but also doesn't want to lose the gun.
One enemy remaining.
Great hold. Now Akita maybe thinking about grabbing the operator, also thinking about playing the round. Does she want this? It's a big commitment. After spending for the opportunity, she pulls off the kill. The Bulldog is not enough.
SRN wanted that off, and she's got it. On the attack Neon operator.
Big stack from G2 into main. Oh, we're just fighting forward, teleporting up top. Her own paranoia, Vanya, what an angle! And now instantly out.
The slow keeps the traders away as well.
And Amy pops the ultimate. She doesn't leave B main. The rest of her team. This fight in mid could blow everything up, especially if Sayuri can win those out. A Hunter's Fury coming out for main as well as Bastarda. And now that shot does not connect. Bastarda solidifies position into the site. Working forward. Sees a player pop up. Bastarda weathering the storm, falls down, and Vanya with 3 to win the round.
Very nicely held on to by G2 there. About 50 seconds.
Probably because they're playing so much forward mid, they don't have the forward info they would usually have on the A side of the map. And so,
oh, this timing.
Oh, this drone is going to be punished. Here goes Akita. Nothing Melissa can do about that. No one even protecting it because MIBR was walking 3 players over to A to push a player off this line.
With her death, though, they realize something's up in mid, find the weaker side on A, But still, G2 were always set up to retake. They have Petra's ult to do it.
And Bastarda is positioned potentially to cut off the rotate. Now a scouting ultimate from Vanya spots 3 players. G2 can react to this one. Oh my god, Vanya up on top of the box. Can peer straight over the smoke. Forces a safer plant out of MIBR. And now the fight coming up into Link from SRN. No one's here. Nightfall dodge from SRN. Akita sliding into the site. Sayuri finds her mark. And now dancing on opposite ends of the site. Inside of 2 separate smokes. It'll be Vanya on the first kill. G2 need to see some enemies, need to see something before Bastarda just tears them all down. 3 in the round for both. A 4th needed. Bastarda will take it for MIBR.
A huge step up from her.
On this map, forced on Cypher duty, but still making it look fun.
Bastarda is a great read for G2, but MIBR, the clutch Blaze, that's the difference.
Up into elbow, Amy getting danced on a little bit with quick teleport away. SRN ready to go into this site, not worried about smokes, has the assistance of her team behind her, now sliding back into elbow. Amy has this crossfire with Petra. Bastarda left in a 1-on-2. Left in the clutch once more.
Careful now.
She knows where 1 is with the trapwire on the flank.
And also hurt Akita earlier as well.
They're really gonna make her do it again.
But I like this. G2 would have heard the trip go down. Won't expect Bastarda to be playing right on top of it. Bastarda chips away at Akita. Now swings back in for it. Mimi will send her packing. G2, after not seeing anything, set back up for the refight on A. I love this mid-rounding from G2. They have so much forward information. They can go for this fight. 1-for-1 at the start. Now Lisa on the side. MIBR were waiting for it. Not gonna fall victim this time around.
She has a res, but she doesn't have a wall to do it safely.
Yeah, good luck. And now all 3 players from G2 revealed. That means Sayuri knows she can blow up the map straight through top mid. G2 had no util waiting for it.
All the way around.
Yeah, sending Bastarda as well. But it gives G2 a chance to go for this fight in A main again with 2 players.
They're trying the res.
Oh no, and a stun immediately answers. Here comes Bastarda. Oh no, the shots, where are they? Nobody can find them.
Sayuri
back into the site, but there's another player back on slant. This round is an absolute mess. Defense here. Akita looking down on MIBR, and G2 will have another.
I need to wash my mouth out after that round. That was...
I need to wash my eyes out.
That was gross. Akita's going to get in the close corner. This is going to cook.
I think B main is where the fight is coming. Vanya spots it. Akita, calm, not swinging off the paranoia.
And she still has a stun.
Bastarda's been left inside of this smoke. But she just steps through it, spins on a dime. That's a way to steal a round.
If you want to talk about a comeback, you need at least 9-3. That's a good start.
And Amy had fallen off of the forward line. Plays it on the other side of this wall. Jumping Neon. Taken out of the round. Mimi's already rotated over with a wall down on the left approach. Now it's easy for G2 to just look at elbow, except for the pit. But MIBR are leaving. The spike is actually heading back towards B. Finally, some late round ideas from MIBR, but they're a little bit slow. Petra has come into Boba, and this kill comes down for Mimi. Cuts away at the lurk opportunity. Petra chooses to play for numbers. Give the spike plant over to MIBR. How do they set up?
Spike
On a
planted.
retake, they'll bide their time. Petra has the Fade Haunt to go. It all comes down to the crossfire. Sayuri and Bastarda on the site.
But MIBR do not have backside control. There's not a lot of space for them to play with, especially with the pressure coming through from that smoke. Ballista has to support back from main. Listen, the team have to light it up. It's not enough just yet. Sayuri in a 1-on-2. Coming out from both sides. G2 will take 10 rounds in this opening half. In top mid.
Here we go,
As the wall
fast break.
comes
You didn't
down,
elbow. What are you laughing about?
I'm not laughing about anything. G2, 5 players here. No misdirection. Not going to be stun locked. SRN comes down. MIBR. It's not going to be a 13-2. No way. No way. Surely not.
Vanya is alive, but now walled off by their own teammate Sagewall as MIBR regroup towards spawn.
Wait, are they just going to leave? Do G2 play in front of that Viper wall? And honestly, Bastarda could save the camera for the post plant to see if anyone's in front of that wall.
I mean, Chrissy Akita is just going on her own.
I mean, this is very far forward. Classic, though, and 2 players ready for the double swing. Akita resets the aim and stuns herself on the way out. All right.
It's Vanya. 1v3, but she is a beast. And there is no smoke to block her off.
Has the armor, has a ghost. And that spike out in the open. It's a little bit awkward as SRN's just jumping around. No one's watching main. They hadn't dealt with backside. Vanya, ready for another 1v4. The shock dart won't give her the chance.
Time's low.
No, Melissa has this one.
In current year,
Yeah.
it's very strange to see them sticking to their guns on this Cypher choice.
The thing is, though, I feel like usually you would be seeing MIBR play one weak side of the map with the Cypher Viper over on B, and then the other side could be fighting a little bit more aggressively. I think because SRN has the Outlaw and wants to play posted in market, means they don't have many options to go on the offensive.
Nice things about this comp. You do have great stall util added with this Viper.
Yeah, that one way there is super annoying.
Yeah, and then on the other side, you have a great wall to flood back into. When you're doing your B retakes, you can almost always hold on to backside control.
Akita's just running through that, full blinded. And now 3 players are jumping out. Somehow it's even. The paranoia means Akita wrapped all the way back around through spawn. Hold on. MIBR, you cannot let this happen to you. SRN has to clear this angle with the Outlaw. Slowed down by a reload. Bastarda with the spam, okay. It's even again, but not with Akita in the picture. Stepping on out, G2 steal away the MasterCard Thrifty, and it should be smooth sailing from here on out.
And they have it again here. What they've traded for that space is mid.
Good stun comes out. It's just very hard because you'll see MIBR very isolated, now have to regroup 3 players in back spawn, blocked away by a smoke. But G2's flank is vulnerable. Vanya, the only player watching that. Some good shock darts from damage, but that flank about to come online. Vanya, cold as ever, now dodging away from the stun, chooses to fight this angle, and might have been a mistake. It won't really matter with the rest of G2, just completely locking down this site.
You will not kill my allies.
Going for the res here. As much to guarantee this round as it is to guarantee a rifle being carried over into the next. Find some redemption after a tough first half. G2, contact on into the site, place down a wall for market. Bastarda with the judge. Send some help for Bastarda. She's having a game. Against all odds here. It's guaranteed backside control for MIBR. MIBR biding their time as Paranoia comes in. Wall being broken down. Still holding the ground in the backside. Hold on. Util out in hand. Amy gets a kill. Now inside of this smoke. G2 so uncomfortable. So worried to teleport into backside. Might have been too much. MIBR up numbers now. Still in firm hold of backside. G2 can't plant this spike unless Amy wins every single fight. But it's Bastarda onto a third, and MIBR take this force round by. But nowhere really to advance behind this. Still blocked off by that trip.
Yeah, she's just trying to provide some pressure here. TP goes back towards spawn, so G2 want to pivot, but Amy...
Melissa just steps right into it. Needed the headshot for the kill. And now with 25 seconds left, coming into 3 players on this B site with no B main control. Akita is going to need to deal with this Cypher right on the other side of this wall. There's so much utility down on her. Bastarda digs her heels in with Lisa. With no time left on the clock, Sayuri filtering back into the site.
10 seconds left.
Sayuri has a chance here to just take everyone down. MIBR not going down without a fight, as Mimi is swarmed, and another round taken.
Very good reaction out of MIBR. I think the answer will be, to actually answer your question,
Oh,
I think
please do that.
Yeah, I think exploring A is good. With this more standard comp, you're always going to be able to do this. Slide in, go up, push Sayori away. Now she's in trouble and running.
But the counter Hunter's Fury, I mean, just allows SRN to step forward here.
Spike down A.
Gives an advantage of one player. Still has control over A for MIBR.
But Chrissy, if I'm G2, not only do I feel supported, but I'm happy that they just used their ult on our eco round.
That's true. That's two ultimates. The Viper's Pit actually falling in B main. Very early rotation from Lisa.
Cover going
Is interesting. Now Paranoia forces Sayori back shoulder to shoulder with Melissa. The wall over Link might be enough to get the plant. The smoke is a problem though with that ping coming on through. Sayori looking for a little bit of spam. Shock Dart kills the planter. So now Akita will pick up that spike. G2 don't really have any options, don't have anywhere to go. At this point, the Sage Wall boxes them into the site as much as it keeps MIBR out. Vanya with a good shot and a couple. Surely this is not how we do it here. Not another Vanya 3K,
really
not
should
another
be
Vanya
this
4K. Not with 7 HP. Vanya on for the ace. Vanya waiting. Sees the gun! Vanya aces us into a third map.
That wasn't supposed to be the round they won. But Vanya casually ends Sunset.
Please, 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 let's really clear things properly. For the side of MIBR, they have a chance to repeat what Liquid did yesterday. For G2 Gozen, staying in the tournament, of course, and getting redemption from what happened yesterday. And MIBR, SRN, we need to wake up again.
Walk back towards mid and B.
Yeah, putting down that vertical attack A wall. Vanya, though, has been killer all day long. Both series. Currently alone on backside as MIBR coming quickly.
She had some rounds anchoring B. This time she has to pull back. G2 will flood.
Yeah, dropping out from heaven the same time Vanya looks for this swing. Smokes have divvied up these members of MIBR. G2 are finding their mark. No bullets, though, means Bastarda can secure two of their own and up
they're
through mid.
leaving back into this lurk, but it's dead by Mimi. That's so big from her. And now she'll continue this push. She'll encircle them in the 2-on-2.
MIBR taking their time. Vanya now around the side is perfect.
Spike down B.
Not looking the right direction, but you better kill her in one shot or she will make you suffer. Now Bastarda.
Time to jump.
Saw Mimi in mid. Has to pick up the spike, and Mimi has arrived to take another pistol for G2.
G2 have already asserted Akita up into A. They can just leave her embedded with the judge and stack heavier elsewhere on the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to play in front of that Viper wall. There's no early fighting. Now Vanya baiting out for Mimi in the corner. Mimi set up a teleport. Sayori doesn't clear it all the way. It's a 1-for-1, it's okay.
The issue is that's their smoke's dead. So if they want to go into B, they don't have anything. And instead they want to go into A, which is where the judge is.
Judge, these shots connect. And now there's no lurk. Now you're forced to go in here with only 3 players. Bastarda doesn't have the ult because she didn't die in the last round. That could have helped out bigly. And now Vanya
Down B.
has a couple more to her name. It is insult to injury here. SRN in the 1-on-3. Paint shells flush her out into the open. Heaps of utility being hurled at her. And there's nothing she can do about it. Another 3-piece from Vanya.
And that is one mistake cascading into a round loss.
Cutting through.
Just sending 5 players over towards ramps early on. Good night.
I've been so impressed with Petra's mechanics this tournament. I think she's really locked in for this event. One of those players that I feel like always steps up when she gets to play LAN, play in that environment that she's been competing in for literally 10 years.
Of course, when you say it, she will drop.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a little gap here inside of the smoke. Lucky for MIBR, they've gotten past that gap for now. Unluckily for them, there is a crossfire being set up.
But Mimi is low.
I don't know if it matters. With that pick coming down over in B main, though, Sayuri is going to be able to sprint over to the B side and get a plant.
This is scary, though. There's going to be an orb available in the post fight. Sayuri will keep up with her teammate, but they're slow to actually get this spike down. It's taking a lot of time for Sayuri to get here, so all 3 members of G2 ready to go.
I like Lisa playing for Heaven on this one.
Spike planted.
And it's going to make it so hard for G2 to get out of this choke point. Lisa not going to be victim to any flashes. Now pops on through, headshot through the wall. Falling back, Sayuri connects. Now caught falling down. Hold on, G2 just carved their way out of that one. As MIBR fall back and Akita gives them the business. And yet G2 have just put Petra on this side of the map, so easy to play some scouting, can try to fall away from this as well. A big win for MIBR would be to hold on to the showstopper for the post plants.
They will. That is very good for MIBR, but they don't have Heaven control. Petra has held on to this.
And G2 have 3 ults of their own. So ready to play this 5-on-5. Mimi
I'll handle this.
ready to scout this one out. Wall comes in. G2 have certainly arrived. And MIBR playing with no space. All of them are backside this showstopper. Doesn't get a kill. SRN on the other side, though. And now playing on opposite ends of this wall. It's a mess on the site. It's Bedlam. And it's Amy to fall. MIBR take their first.
SRN gets her ult off and lives because she tucks into the corner of the defender Aster wall.
And at the same time, look at mid. Akita all the way up here. And Sayuri is looking the wrong way. Paint shells are going to force her out. She gets away just barely.
And now this forces the Excel on A, so Petra under pressure.
Ooh. Steps away from the ledge. Sort of gives this site, except for Mimi, that's a Spectre kill down. All the way from screens. Sayuri gonna clear away this space, realizes the teleport came in and she can play up here. Bot doesn't see her. The 2 players fighting up into screens. G2 pushing their way on in.
Last player standing.
Another one falls. G2 are just making it look simple on these retakes. Nade in hand, C is not far behind it with Petra.
Yeah, great read from G2, stacking 3 here.
Out of charges.
Get a little bit messy, because that might be real close to this wall. Now swinging on in, the paint shells get a few. And MIBR have done some good work on this site.
That's guns that can be recovered, and that's a B site vacated thanks to the TP.
It's also a Nightfall if they want to use it, which they will. It's a Viper's Pit if they want to use it in the post plant.
Yeah, this is very hard actually for G2 to make this retake happen now.
The only thing G2 have to get back in is a clone and a snake bite.
Spike planted.
They don't have the utility. They're going to have to fight their way through.
It just comes to 50-50ing when you push the pit. And hoping you can find that Viper.
This round would be a breath of relief for MIBR. You can build off a round like this, off an eco win.
Portal closed.
Off a 2v3. Up to your strongest. Lisa will have to do it on her own. No one beside her. Lisa repositions, but cannot see it through.
Heartbreak for MIBR. They got 2 ultimates, they put them both into that round, and they lose it again.
That orb going down.
Nor have they really had a main control in the rounds where they don't just exit. Okay, here's Mimi.
Mimi overstepping just a little bit into the stinger.
So that's a gift. What can they make of it?
Oh, and they're pushing up behind it. Okay, MIBR. Don't waste any time. Go off that pit. Keep on coming. Amy is waiting down inside of the vent. Now Petra stepping forward onto ramp. Those shots finally come in. And she could play spoiler for MIBR. Another low buy round for them. This game could just be over. But she falls away instead.
There.
MIBR have struggled to close out rounds like this. It's a 3-on-2. It's a post fight with good positioning. They have to win this round.
G2 are taking their sweet time. And I think they realize they don't really have that much of the clock to deal with ramps. They're going to try and just fall out from heaven. Some utility on the left and right side. Sayuri goes to break it, and MIBR will be able to hold this one down and take a light by round.
The G2 haven't managed to rotate yet.
Get him. Fire in the hole.
Showstopper. SRN coming into the site, guns blazing, no kills yet. but finally it follows on through. MIBR have showed up, but G2 quickly answering in turn. Mimi around the side, Mimi for 2. And now the dimensional drift for the 2-on-2. There's a lurk coming in through heaven though.
Petra considers it.
Anything. Oh no, Petra turns away at the wrong time. One of the oldest duos
Standing.
in Game Changers in Valorant, Petra and Mimi. Now
30 seconds left.
up 2-on-1 versus Lisa. Lisa has to cross to grab the spike. Cross this high-low out in the open. She can't do anything.
They might be calling back into A. They still have 2 lurk players there. SRN is faking with the satchel, but G2 have re-cleared this. Look, they have 3 on A.
And Sayuri has the ultimate to reposition with the spike. Lisa gets the opening pick. But there's a showstopper in turn, and that seize is major. Sayuri on site with this spike, has to stay alive, and she can't do it.
A.
It's now a 2-on-3, but really it's a 1-on-3. Bastarda now being patrolled by a boombot.
Player standing.
And look down on by Vanya. So attention turns to SRN. No question, the superstar for MIBR. Stepping forward, SRN!
30 seconds
I
left.
have the spike.
There is just no way.
Toxins going up.
20 seconds, it's now or never. SRN sees that last player.
2 bullets.
Paint shells down to secure the plant.
Spike planted.
Toxins go.
SRN, you have to win this round. There is no alternative for MIBR. There is no other way but these 2 players dancing around one another. SRN switches to the Phantom. Smells blood in the water. SRN baits it out. SRN can't do it! Again, it's stolen away.
And now 9-3, the best on the cards for the Brazilians.
SRN back into it again. Opens up this round. MIBR not playing the macro game this time. No, it's just trying to bully into this A side. G2 ready to fire back on ramp. Oh, we're going up high. Akita getting wild with it. And Sayuri is teleported up into heaven. Sayuri goes down. Vanya was ready for it.
Looking the wrong direction. And now only 2 players on this site. G2, they have a great setup for the retake. Already spotting onto SRN.
Last round was a 2-on-3. MIBR couldn't do it. It was a 1-on-3 as well. G2 are running away with this series. 10-2 at the half. The job should be simple.
For MIBR, all their hopes lie on this pistol.
Wow.
G2 fast into mid.
Whoa, Akita boosting up. While Petra found to pick onto the Vents player.
There was never too much behind that. Instead, G2 have been working up towards A, and this site is very light now. Just SRN jiggling.
SRN does have a Sheriff. We know that can be deadly. Swinging out into the open. Big damage down. Bastarda actually dropping.
And G2 set up to fight deep into screens in this post plant.
Ooh, this wrap from Lisa blocked away
Spike planted.
by the dark cover. So G2 come back into the site, just leave Petra. Toying with screens.
Grenade! Here.
MIBR diligent, clearing out these positions, but the fight in heaven will be major. Sayuri takes that one, and now can look back down into the site. Good connections out of MIBR.
Player
Sayuri
standing.
for another, and now Vanya ratting it out inside of the smoke. Sayuri will take 3 and this pistol.
Map number 1, when it was almost slipping away, it was Sayuri to step up with a massive clutch.
And the rotation was a little slow from Bastarda to clear that Prowler. G2 force on in, jumping through this. With a flash and a stun to boot.
Time to jump.
But these are those rounds. Another team they might have excelled in to be, not G2.
But if Amy dies on this lurk, problems are abound for G2.
The thing is, I think she has a pretty good timing.
Yeah, Melissa spots her, but will fall regardless. SRN Out from heaven. Sees the hunt coming out. Now peeking through the smoke. That's a great timing out of SRN. And now with Bastarda teleporting into the site as well. MIBR starting to swarm just a little bit. Bastarda needs a couple here. Her teammate has a judge. Bastarda needs to do it all her own. That spike is stranded out in the middle of nowhere. 20 seconds left on the clock. A snake bite pushes them back to Bastarda. She's looking for it, sees them both. Bastarda has done enough, but it's not in the end. G2 have been loud today, no doubt about that.
Despite winning the round though, G2 are broke. And Akita off a hot round already dead.
Hey, I really like that setup. After the double dive comes into the ramps, flash through the wall from Bastarda. Sayuri ready for this lurk as well.
So they can't win the bonus, but they can stomp the next one.
That's a really deep orb.
There.
They've slowed G2 down. Lisa on a gnarly angle. Here's the fall. Takes one down, takes another. Oh, Sayuri back on site. If she can bunker down, it could have been enough.
30 seconds.
Now it's a 3-on-3.
Yeah, straight up retake. G2 used the Astro Wall to secure the spike.
Oh, but Bastarda, whoa, what is going on? So quick into the site. That is a monster play from Bastarda. Just leaving
My ult's ready.
Bastarda's outlaw. Does mean that the showstopper now online for SRN, if it's necessary on the anti-eco. The hope is Bastarda get a couple of kills here, and all of a sudden you don't need to waste any ults. That's one. And a flash. Bastarda is playing so aggressively. Wow! What a difference out of this player. Farming up on these ecos. Now getting right inside of the site. Take an ace, why not? Oh, the switch over, and the ace for Bastarda.
That's a way to reinvigorate you. A beautiful 3K round into a Bastarda ace.
It is worth saying that Bastarda was the sole light for Sunset, for MIBR. That was on the Cypher where you can't really take matters into your own hands, but in the second half on the Yoru, she is not waiting for her team.
So now this is the look at what G2 discussed in that timeout.
Doesn't find the connection, but still playing inside of the smoke. That is risky, especially with the Prowler spotting her.
But it's a quick excel up mid from G2. That'll shoo Lisa away down vent.
Lisa's not leaving. Sticking around, down on the bottom of ropes now, trying to escape. That's a good shot. Can now fall back, gets the player on ramp too. Hello, Lisa.
And she says no to A. G2 have to look elsewhere, so they call back towards B, but this is where there's been players posted in main.
Yeah, playing this without B main control means you kind of need to plant for backside. Means there's always going to be an extra player swinging from this very angle.
Sayori will get the info early. Oh, or just get ahead.
Nicely done. It had been a while since we saw some life for MIBR.
I love this too. They're pushing through instead of choosing to stay there. Might even get their fight bottom mid.
30 seconds left.
How does the timing work?
Oh no. Don't give Vanya an opportunity.
Well, now they just saw these two players short speed. They know that B is open, so it's a foot race into the site.
Lisa's here early. Gonna use the pit. That causes some problems, and Lisa's flooding out with it too. 10 seconds left. Lisa has to stay alive. Lisa sees the planter. And Lisa, from start to finish this round, has been an absolute terror. MIBR will take 8. It doesn't really matter though. No one can rotate over to SRN quickly enough.
Unless they take their time.
Oh,
still not hitting A.
It's starting to matter. Satchel's in and a showstopper in a 5-on-5. G2 want to win this round, but it's not good. Oh my God! Akita is unreal. 3 kills on a showstopper instantly. G2 in command. Sayuri is low. Lisa needs to step up again. and will not be afforded the opportunity. Akita has just done God's work to bring G2 on a series point.
She only saw one player in spawn. Is hoping for one kill, but somehow, someway, gets gifted with 3. You can see the little jump. She was surprised by it.
Must take 4 in a row.
Such a brutal task. SRN dead to Mimi.
And now without your star, G2 grouping up. And an early Nightfall finds a couple. The fight is heading into ramp. They know exactly where Lisa is. And the shot finds true from Bastarda. G2 don't really know where to go from here. Are they going to go back into spawn?
They're going spawn.
This is ridiculous. A smoke to try and guide their path up, but Sayuri is waiting. 30 HP of Paranoia. And now trying to reposition quickly. Get out of there, Sayuri. Now into backside. Nowhere else to go. It is her Alamo.
I'm back.
Bastarda trying to cause some chaos on the other side.
G2 are surrounded in this pit.
Sayuri, 20 seconds, 20 seconds! Will not find it. Who can be the hero? Who can keep MIBR in this tournament? Brazil's second for the first time ever. Stepping into a GCC, Bastarda will open the pathway.
Here.
Still a monumental task for MIBR. Amy's waiting for it. Bastarda has 3. Could Bastarda ace to win this? Could MIBR stay alive? Holding the line. They have to get back onto the spike. Petra knows it. And Bastarda keeps them in it. Valuing the heavy armor and the Vandal.
Nor does Mimi have a TP. There's no real way to excel into B.
So you just gotta play fundamentals. Play good spacing, play for your trades. Swing together. Sayuri hears that, drops down another cover. The rest of MIBR coming into the site. Bastarda has arrived, and there's a pocket to play on. Bastarda again opens it up. Sayuri behind it.
Spike down.
MIBR, stay calm. 2 more rounds. I asked it at the start of the half. I'll ask it again. G2, can you close on split?
Where are you?
Quick into this A site out from heaven. Akita was waiting for it. The flash is in, and G2 are running them over. No duelists, no stars. It is Sayuri and Lisa.
Face your fear!
And they're severed. Lisa trying to be a hero.
Well, here she comes. It's all even again. G2 fans silenced. A year hanging in the balance. The paranoia is perfect. Lisa once more, and Sayuri will get it again. Vanya on the other side has this pull, but it sucked to happen.
The pull is bad!
It's bad! And Vanya isn't playing for it! G2 can't close. They can't win that round. They can't even stay alive.
That is a year-ending mistake.
And on Vanya, of all players.
She has been perfect this series.
And of course, it's not going to be the gunplay where she falters. She's too perfect when it comes to that. But an inch on that star
Last player standing.
has cost G2 their chance. Bastarda has the outlaw on screens.
Portal closed.
Melissa waiting backside. We're going to be down to the wire again. Bastarda and Melissa sees the pathing. Melissa is down. But Bastarda wastes no time getting back into the site. Bastarda is lethal. I mean, look at her!
But it's a 2-on-2. Amy's worked up towards heaven. The plant to come down from Petra.
Amy's position is so good, but there's so little time. If the spike dies, SRN and Sayuri can just get in here. The spike plant is canceled. Petra's trying to run as Amy falls down. Petra is in a 1-on-2. There is no time. She must plant. We are going to overtime. You could be in the upper final already if you had won in this exact same position 24 hours ago. MIBR wastes no time. A wall into the site. Bastarda charges forward. And Sayuri up on the ledge from heaven inside of her smoke, playing off the seas. Dancing around as MIBR secure the plant.
How did G2 get back in? They'll refight towards main, but that means challenging Lisa.
Lisa waiting inside the smoke, through it! Vanya on the other side, though, has tried to equalize. G2, it's time to lock in. It's time to show up. This was your half. Oh no! What has SRN done to them? What have MIBR done to G2? Where have they gone? It is match and series point. Sayuri's not really in the right position to do so. If G2 contact out, it could be year over. It could just end everything. Right now, they're contacting into SRN. You just can't do that.
Spike down, B.
It's falling to pieces as Amy drops on the other side and Lisa's come all the way through mid. MIBR deliver a fatal blow to G2's year and stay alive with the best comeback we've seen this event.